Rolling with Nat 20. I'm Nat 20 and we're back with more Adventure Manager. And now, after the new update, the Jester pops up if you hang out on any of these screens in the main area and aren't doing anything. And lets you know, hey, what are you doing? Time is not progressing unless you're in a manual dungeon or fast forwarding. Let's get moving. Mirage awaits. And that's kind of just a friendly reminder of how the game used to be. The game actually used to constantly be moving and didn't have this fast forward button. It didn't kind of work in a turn-based, every turn is an hour scenario. It was just constantly moving, and you put your adventures in, and they'd go through. I have a couple videos of how it used to be if you want to check that out. Also, this update, as I said last time, features some new music in the overworld, and it is really, really good. I got to listen to it for quite some time while setting up all of my adventurers for their various adventuring and goings on this episode, but it really reminds me of some really excellent Square music from the SNES era. It's really good. And I'd hang out and listen to it and let you guys hear it, but I'm gonna continue onward and do these old bones. Investigate the source of the mysterious bones in the Bone Graveyard. Welcome back to Nomia, Your Grace. Please let me show you the translator Mach 971. Let me fall into the voice, I guess. 100 versions since this guy's brain needs a real rinse. Never mind, I forgot to add an on button. Anyhow, I'm so glad you've come back, Your Grace. Now that the polka music is gone, we've been able to continue our machinery work in earnest, but we have a new source of trouble that threatens our work. To the east lies the Bone Graveyard. It is a dreadful place full of organic materials and desolate landscapes. Shiver. The Bone Tribe has been ruthlessly raiding our lands since the polka stopped. Apparently, they were mesmerized by the placid tunes of the genre. Please, we're desperate, Your Grace. Once more for your help. That's not what that said, but I messed it up, and then I paraphrased, because that's how I do. Alright, that's not what I want. I want to come over to this boneyard, and we're going to do these old bones, 37 to 39. And what are we? 30? Yeah, buddy. Ooh, wait, one moment. I wanted to see if I can craft. What level can I craft stuff at? This is tier 7? Alright, well, let's see, because we definitely want to get some pretty powerful stuff. We'll make a fist of tier 7 for Anchorus. I wanted to show you some of the crafting in this episode rather than skipping it every time. Seems like a good way to handle it. Which one of these? Guitar? Yes. Alright, so we want a guitar, we want purple quality, and we are going to want a bunch of strength, and we are going to want a bunch of constitution. So what this is going to do, if you see, guarantees strength is rolled on the crafted item, so strength is guaranteed to be one of the things that shows up on the item, but since we're using a brilliant bloodstone as say opposed to one of these cracked or dull ones, we get a bonus of 20 added to it. So boom! 73 strength, 72 constitution, as opposed to it would have been like 53 or 52 if we had rolled it naturally. But the influence of gems. So let's put that on Anchorus, give him a nice little boost to his power. Excellent. Perhaps let's build him a nice ring too. We have the crafting materials. We'll build him a nice ring of the same quality and the same mindset of giving him some strength and giving him some health so that he can hit hard and not die. Excellent. Anchorus, how do you like your new ring? Increases your strength and constitution by like 50 each, plus a bonus to your max HP and some energy regen. Oh yeah. Anchorus is ready for some shit now. Lemon has pretty good stuff. Grotus could use some upgrading, but we don't really have the materials anymore, and Dogsack's pretty set. We don't really have the materials anymore. We do have some things that we could salvage. I could salvage the fists that he was wearing before we got a better one in the last dungeon and upgraded, but I kind of want to hang on to those for the other mug that I'm leveling up. This, however, it would only produce 3. The way it works is when you salvage something, take the color it is and look at the tier, which is right here, was here, there, there, yeah, you see. And that, the tier is the number of materials of that color you're going to get. So I would get 3 purple material from this, or 5 purple material from this, or 4 yellow material from this, and I already sold all my common and uncommon stuff, because it is more important to me to have everybody train in the university and have my castle be building another section of magic finds so we can find bigger and better loot to sell for more money and equip better things. Now, let's enter this bone graveyard now that we have our people a little more, or Anchorus at least, a little better equipped. It's still suicide, but what do you expect? Jam out to that music. Look at that background. Alright, we got a Bone Barbarian, Floating Skull, Bone Rogue, and a Lone Warrior. He's not so lone, he's got buddies right here. So the Floating Skull is going to be a Warlock, I think that is. Maybe that's an Enchanter. I don't know. Either way, none of those things can heal, so we are going to start by blessing Anchorus so that he can kill things quick. Intimidate, I think I want this back road the most intimidated because these front guys are going to get beaten up by Anchorus hard. Ooh, some reflect damage is not good when my people are so powerful with their fisticuffs. But I think we'll manage. Lemon took quite a bit of beating that round, but we'll heal him up. Another Intimidate on this Floating Skull. I don't know what it's really capable of because I don't recognize that class. It's not one that I use too often. Alright, now the question is... There's no question. I definitely want to just punch the Bone Barbarian, take the increase in my energy, and have it die. This Lone Warrior's being weakened for the next punch for Anchorus. And we'll Intimidate it just so that everybody's focusing on Dogsack now and we know where our heals are going to go. Ooh, a block is no good. Block does not do us any good. Luckily, we ice him out to almost dead. Dogsack can take a couple rounds. I would rather use a Holy Bolt to snipe him out, but you miss. Oh, and you missed too, Dogsack. Why? I really wanted an Anchorus punch to get back in the back line. Now I gotta have him take out that Lone Warrior. It's just sadness all around. Whoa, what is with all of these misses? Do my people's hit percentage just suck, or do these people's dodge percentage rock? I don't know. English is hard. I'm not using it properly. I'm gonna do some re-intimidates because I'm worried. I'm worried about these people starting to get the idea of attacking people other than Dogsack. He's the only one who can really take the hits. Anchorus with all those extra equipment pieces kind of got his health up there. A little less worried about him. Maybe we can snipe out this Bone Rogue. Stop missing, LP Grotus. For reals. For reals, for reals. There we go. I kind of debated whether I was going to use my Leopard Strike, but I think I'd rather hold on to my Leopard Strikes for the Floating Skull. If I even need them. You know what? Just heal yourself. You're plagued. Plague is an ability of what class? Plague is an ability of what class? I think it is Warlock. Right? I don't know. Anchorus levels up, and we find an excellent amulet with a bunch of wisdom and intelligence on it. Wonder who's gonna get that. And some fisticuffs. That one's unimportant. This one would be kind of cool if we didn't build that other one already. Let's level Anchorus. Okay. So, I want to test something out at this point, and this seems like an alright time to do it. Resting versus just portaling out. I don't really get what the point is. So let's check it out. Let's investigate. 6 o'clock. If I rest, I can get attacked. I can rest up, and no time progresses. But there's a chance for me to get attacked, and I was attacked. I'm gonna have to deal with these guys. Just a couple Bone Barbarians and a Floating Skull. I mean, I just dealt with a couple of these guys. I'm not too worried. Okay, we defeated those guys. Elfia is the target of an invasion. It's kind of a bummer, but we'll deal with that in a second. And an hour passed because I got in a fight. But my second option for healing is I just portal out. Still 7. when they exit at 7. And when they enter at 7 with full health. I don't understand the point of the rest button, really. Seems to me like the point of it is so you don't have to walk through the dungeon again, but you have a much higher likelihood of being ambushed when resting than revisiting a room, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, we'll portal out and we'll deal with this Elfia invasion. See what options we have for fun. You need 150 endurance to run an invasion. So this team can do it, right? Team 10? Alright, let's have Team 10 rock an invasion. They're resting, right? They're not in a dungeon. That is correct. Notification. Elfia is the target of an invasion. Let's deal with the invasion. Team 10. Not going to do heroic because I have this team outfitted for auto-adventuring, not this, and I don't really want to fuss with any of that, so we're going to go in with this. Let's see how this team fares. Warrior, Monk, Warlock, and Strikes. 3 generic unnamed character and strikes named after one of the developers of the game. How will we fare? Well, we'll fare with the Warrior fizzling. We've got a Warlock over here, and Warlock is the one with all of the infests. So let's throw an infest on this dark armor to get some damage going on it. And a magic strike on this dark armor because it penetrates armor. But it didn't seem to do a whole heck of a lot. Try this Greater Taunt again. There you go. There's nobody in this team that heals. This is potentially an issue. Because there is super nobody in this team that heals. Let's try to kill this bat real quick. Excellent. Shrug off some of that damage, Warrior. The Warrior can heal himself with shrugs. I think that really what I need to do is set the Monk up to be able to heal himself as well. Life steal for 90, or this for 70. Life steal for 90. Murdered! Okay. So now this is a scenario where I understand where the rest button can come in handy. In the invasion, I imagine if I portal out, I have to start the invasion from the very beginning. But resting here allows me to heal up and move onward. So perhaps that's the point of the rest. For invasions. But other than that, I don't get it. These guys have regeneration on them. That's gonna be a bit of a pain, but nothing this team can't handle, I imagine. This team's real good at damaging everybody at once. Mass plagues. Oh, I can't double mass plague? Interesting, interesting. Get this warrior. Okay, what is this? This is my magic trap, whatever. And this is my arcane touch, increases target's crit chance by 6%. Going with some arcane annihilations. None of these guys can heal, they just have some regeneration on them. We'll go in with some regular attacks until these plagues wear off, which should be relatively soon. Shrug off your damage. And yeah, this fight seems to be going alright. Mass plague everybody. There's a bit of a different nuance to this team than the other. You fizzle your Greater Taunt. That's excellent because I really needed you to get that. Really needed you to get that Greater Taunt out. Because now next time you have energy, you're going to need to use it to heal. You don't got Greater Taunt energy anymore, buddy. Alright. Some more annihilation. Perhaps if we start focus firing. It's kind of fun to hit everybody at once, but it doesn't seem to be the most effective method. Alright, well, this warrior might not make it. Probably should have defended on his last attack, but I did not. I can defend on his next one. Survive, warrior, survive. Your chances of survival are pretty good at this point, warrior. All we have left is a wall shadow and a penguin. Unfortunately, you can't block 2 turns in a row, so hopefully this penguin doesn't hit you for 266 or higher. Ooh, you parried! An excellent time to parry, warrior. Alright, well, you're gonna defend now. And if you even get another turn, which with the power levels that these guys are throwing out, seems like you might. I'm going to shrug so that you survive. Hooray! Warrior doesn't die today. No warrior deaths today. Well, if I keep missing, I suppose it's still a possibility. Alright. And Anchorus Plus is now fully rested, as I imagine the rest of my main team is. Sitting this one out. Funny stuff. Alright, well, we are definitely resting so that that warrior doesn't get defeated. A rat and an armored monster. I'm super ready to take these guys out and cut this fight. Bloop! Pretty quick. Ooh, Anchorus Plus completed double attack 3 in the university. Well, that seems like something worth checking out. Not that he's here for us to enjoy it, but Anchorus can now attack, has a 3% of doing a double attack on a turn. And soon he will have 4%. And once he has 5%, we can begin to teach him the possibilities of a triple attack. Wouldn't that be wonderful? And I think I got so wrapped up that I forgot to level my people up. Alright. I believe the next room is the final boss of the invasion. We're gonna have to rest up for it. Oh, but we got attacked while resting. Which is mighty unfortunate because after this battle I imagine we'll probably have to rest. Oh, that was a close one. The warrior almost bit it, and he goes, yawn. Whatever, warrior. Oh, I get the most resting before I get attacked again. The warrior might not make it with all of these attacks. Okay, another ambush defeated. Rest. Oi! Okay. We defeated him. Again, got university to take care of, and then hopefully resting successfully. I can't afford all of my university. Alright, rest. No ambush, no ambush. Yes! Okay, let's face this final boss. Final boss, not bass. We're not fishing here. And ow. Ow to the monk. What do we got? I want to mass plague these people. Mass plague on everybody. You're gonna have to taunt them and focus them over on you. Rune Beast, you are the one that must die first. You're going to be dealing the heaviest of damage, I imagine. Oh, why'd he miss? I was also looking at the monk's health when I chose to do that shrug, but oh well. Better safe than sorry. We'll infest this penguin over here, because this guy is about to get got. And with an infest on the penguin's going to take some damage over time, and it's going to be glorious. Let's even put some damage over time on this zombie lord. Why not? Now a shrug is much more appropriate. Alright, well, seems like this fight's going to go pretty well. And aside from dicking around with the mechanics, oops, I didn't mean to defend with you. That was an accident. That was a misclick. Aside from dicking around with the mechanics in the current quest objective, I think, unfortunately, that's all we're going to be seeing of that today because so much happened in this invasion. And that's kind of what happens when you test out a new team. You end up learning some stuff and checking some stuff out, so... yeah, sorry, unfortunately the quest, we're going to be focusing more on fighting those big bosses and mini-bosses and all that other stuff in the next episode. This episode ended up being the invasion on Elfia, and how Strikes and friends took care of it. Alright, the zombie lord is starting to do worrisome damage to my warrior. Just worrisome. I think he'll still manage. Yeah, we made it. Bunch more stuff in the university I can't complete, and look at all these goodies. Some greens I don't care about, a yellow I don't care about, a gem that's helpful, a King's Blade that is now tier 4. I don't know what level the other King's Blades are, but it's got a decent amount of strength and con on it, I guess. And then a couple of... they say chain. This one says chain. These... oh, this one is chain. This one's plate. I was mislooking at the icons. Some intelligence and dexterity, eh. Some intelligence and focus, eh. Well, let's get out of here. You guys did good. You guys did good, Strikes and friends. Now we can go turn this in. Get 3 other pieces of crap we don't want. And just take all of this garbage that we got from our invasion and just sell all of it. You don't need any of this invasion garbage. Well, what's this about? That's okay. But not good enough to care about. Haha! And I think that that's probably not even going to get us enough money to really do a whole heck of a lot. How? Our adventurers not doing too far in the dungeon. These guys still need more rest. Maybe I won't let them rest up completely. Maybe I'll throw them in a little tired to get some more money early. I don't know. Anyway, you've been rolling with Nat 20. I'm Nat 20. And I'll catch you next time where we dig much more into these old bones and hopefully not another invasion. Bye.